on your breath, a hydrogen goes through your head. Still the kid that doesn't like the
Alright guys, now talk about the sample a little bit and show you what I'm doing up here real close. As you can see there, I have another Blackstar, that's the HT50. And really, this is a very similar amplifier. The Studio 20 is very, very similar. It has the same exact tubes in it that the Blackstar does. So, really the only thing that's changed about it is the size and the wattage. Everything else you basically have the same controls on. There are a couple things less that you have on here. You don't have a foot switch that controls the on-off on the reverb. You can still switch channels with a foot switch, but it doesn't have that for the reverb. So that's a difference. And you don't have the standby. This is just 20 watt and it doesn't have a standby. But being that it's lower power, hopefully it doesn't affect the amplifier as much. It probably shouldn't, in my opinion. So yeah. But with that 20 watts, it sounds pretty similar to what you'll expect from a higher wattage amplifier. And it has the same effects on it. The ISF, that's the shaping function. Yeah. What that does is it takes your tone and makes it either more Britishy or American-y, and that kind of controls your mids to a degree. Higher mids will take you, yeah, if you want to turn it to the right, that'll take you to higher mids, blah, blah, blah. Give you more of that British tone, according to Blackstar, and I think that's definitely the case. Over here, I found, because it's a new amplifier, it has a little bit of a brighter sound, so I turned down the treble a little bit to get the tone that I wanted, and my mids are here, blah, blah, blah. The bass I like to have down. And yeah, you just have your 2 channels, and you can switch on and off the overdrive. So yeah, it's basically pretty simple. And in the back, of course, you have your effects loop. You have, yeah, the option of 8 ohm or 16 ohm. No other options. Emulated output. The emulated output sounds great. And then you have your effects loop. So yeah, it has pretty much everything standard that you will need out of an amplifier. And for this, I got it for $300 for Black Friday. It was awesome. Shout out to Sweetwater for giving me a great deal on that. Free shipping. It was awesome. But yeah, I really love this amplifier. I actually might sell my other one because this one sounds great on its own. And I would play more around with the EQ settings. And but the idea of EQ is to try to get the perfect tone that cuts through. And if you turn up your bass, you'll just get a muddy tone. And yeah, you really probably won't like it at all. If you want to play more metal, this is great for any blues. You just if you want to play metal, you can get away with it if you turn the overdrive all the way up. This is already a high gain amplifier as it is. That's the way Blackstars are. They have a little bit of a signal boost to give you that tone you want, or to get that nice breakup, that nice crunch sound. So it's great for blues, and it's pretty good for metal too. And you can send it into even more overdrive if you want to. But that's not really my gig, so I don't really do that. But yeah, overall, great amplifier, 20 watts. Quick lesson about wattage. To get an extra 6 decibels out of your amplifier, you will have to double its power. So really, the volume difference between a 20 watt and a 50 watt isn't going to be all that great. It'll probably only be about 9 decibels, I think. Which in the end, it can make a big difference depending on what venue you're playing. This should pretty much cover any venue that you're trying to play. For a realistic musician. And even nowadays, because people run sound, a lot of times musicians will have these mic'd up anyway, if you're playing a bigger arena, if you're that type of musician. And I think most working musicians aren't there, and they're playing smaller clubs. So this will fill up a smaller club with, I have it plugged into a 4x12, but I do have a 2x12, and I find this Bugera kind of cuts the mids a little bit because it doesn't have the nice Celestian speakers in it. But that's okay, you can adjust for that and still make it sound good. But that's all I have to say about this amplifier. In my opinion, a great amplifier. If you guys have any questions, concerns, leave them in the comments section. I'll try to answer them as best as possible. But yeah, in love with this, guys. I'm really glad that I got this. So, thanks, guys. Take care.